Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, several news, several stories. We jump into it together to keep you posted on absolutely everything, many stories. And so let's go immediately with all the latest. First, talking about young talents, save the name of Jeremy Monga, because Jeremy Monga is one of the best talents in England in this moment, 16 years old, very talented, playing for Leicester City. I told you that Arsenal sent 2 bids to Leicester City to try and get the deal done for Monga. Arsenal were quite optimistic to sign this boy and make him part of their future projects as a talent for the future. Again, the deal for Jeremy Monga to Arsenal, but to follow for sure. Talking about Arsenal, many questions about Bruno Guimarães. What's happening with Bruno now? Guys, obviously, Newcastle sold Sandro Tonali, Newcastle sold Anthony Gordon, so now Newcastle don't have any intention to let Bruno Guimarães go. At the same time, Arsenal had a bid rejected, £55 million. Mikel Arteta is a big fan of the player. So what I can tell you, in addition to all of this, is that he really likes the player. Mikel Arteta was driving this interest for Bruno Guimarães internally. It's not the first time Arsenal go for him. Even in the past, they were considering the possibility to go for Bruno Guimarães. Always been a player appreciated by Arteta. But now, with Newcastle, it's not going to be an easy one at all. Because Newcastle, again, made money with Gordon, made money with Tonali, and they already told Bruno Guimarães, and they told people close to him that they want to keep the player. So it's not going to be easy at all for Arsenal to get it done. They could try again, I would not exclude that, because Arsenal really consider Bruno the top target in midfield, but at the moment, from Newcastle, the message is doors closed. So let's see what's going to happen there, and the Bruno Guimarães situation is this as of today. Talking about midfielders, guys, I also wanted to mention Alex Scott is also highly rated by Arsenal and by Manchester United. Alex Scott has many clubs around him this summer, but Bournemouth insists they want to keep the player and they want to offer him a new contract. Let's see if Bournemouth will be able to keep him, because one thing is to say that, one thing is in the next 2 months resist in case they receive big proposals. But Alex Scott is one of the players considered internally by Arsenal and by Man United. Both clubs like him. At the moment, from Bournemouth is no, he's not leaving. But in case they open doors to an exit for big money, we have to follow these 2 clubs, keen eventually on Alex Scott. Then, guys, wanted to also mention the situation of Rafael Leão, because I got many questions if the Leão situation could change now that Milan appointed a Portuguese manager like Ruben Amorim. What's going to happen next? Obviously, Leão is busy with Portugal at the World Cup, and they are not going to disturb the player during the World Cup. But after the World Cup, my understanding is that even after appointing Ruben Amorim, even after this Portuguese connection, even after the fact that Rafael Leão had some good moments at the World Cup so far, AC Milan keep considering Rafael Leão a player out of their long-term project. So for AC Milan, the exit of Rafael Leão is a serious possibility. He remains a player available on the market. So get ready, because movements around Leão could start soon, and the player is still considered in the exit list at Milan. So a situation that we have to track and follow for sure. Then will depend obviously on the price. Milan already spent big money on a Portuguese player like Gonçalo Ramos, so to sell Rafael Leão, who is still under contract, they would ask for important money. But the club, Milan, remain intention to let Rafael Leão go this summer. So the doors are open, while Christian Pulisic is a player considered crucial for Milan by the president Jerry Cardinale, by the coach Ruben Amorim, so they want to continue with Pulisic. The situation with Leão is completely different, and he's expected to leave the club in this summer transfer window. So expect movement on all this and much more, guys, as always, here on the channel to keep you updated on absolutely everything. Let me hear your opinion on all these stories. Tonali, Elliot Anderson, Mateus Fernandes, Jeremy Monga, Arsenal on Manchester City, Andre Onana leaving Man United, extra money for Real Madrid for Álvaro Rodriguez, and then Leão, Alex Scott, Bruno Guimarães, and all the rest we've been mentioning here as always on the channel. Let me know, guys, as always, here in the comments. I'm reading you. Remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, to be part of the family every single day, and see you soon. Ciao.
James Mundra back alongside me to chat us through the latest deals. Let's start off with Manchester United and an outgoing, James.
Yes, Andre Onana is going back to Trabzonspor. Manchester United have confirmed that in the last few minutes. He's going on another loan spell. He enjoyed a really successful loan spell last year in Turkey at Trabzonspor. They finished third. They won the Turkish Cup as well. Onana played 40 times for the club, and there were no conversations, despite the fact he impressed in Turkey, about him coming back in pre-season and competing with Senna Lomans, who is now the outstanding #1 choice for United in terms of goalkeepers. So Onana has been arranged very early in this transfer window, will return to Turkey for another season, and when he returns after that, there'll be 1 year left in his contract. So it looks like United have found the best solution in this transfer window, though of course long term they'd like to get some money for him next summer if they can, before he leaves as a free agent in 2 years' time.
Yeah. In terms of income, of course, last summer, United were focusing top end of the pitch, the likes of Bomo and Cunha, but the focus seems to really be on midfield this summer around. So who are the options they're looking at, James?
That is the priority for Manchester United in this transfer window, a midfielder. They're already going to get one in the form of Ederson from Atalanta. That will be confirmed as soon as Brazil go out of the World Cup. But Aurelian Tchouameni, Alex Scott,
all win it.
They could play England next Saturday evening at 10 o'clock, so let's wait and see. We may get a good glimpse of him there. Yeah. But in terms of those midfield options, Alex Scott, one of the ones top of the list. Aurelian Tchouameni as well at Real Madrid. Those are two of the top targets when it comes to midfield. In terms of other options, Felix Metscher, Ayoud Bouaddi, Sander Berge and Eduardo Camavinga, who's a teammate of Tchouameni at Real Madrid. Two of the options they're looking at there. I guess the issue around the Real Madrid midfield is the fact that Real Madrid are looking to revamp their midfield in this transfer window. They're looking to sign one more midfielder. There's a feeling if they do bring one in, then maybe one midfielder will be allowed to leave. You think that may be Camavinga. So I think Tchouameni will be a very difficult player to get out of Real Madrid. Same being said about Alex Scott as well. Bournemouth don't want to sell him in this transfer window. If there was to be a race to sign him, you'd think Manchester United and Arsenal would be the front runners. Bournemouth want him to sign a new contract. We know how impressed Thomas Tuchel's been with him. He played for England during those warm-up matches earlier on before the World Cup. And they've got European football to look forward to this season as well. They want to keep him. Those two deals look very difficult for Manchester United to do. We know they definitely want to sign another midfielder alongside Ederson.
I guess the old cliche at this time of year, especially around relegated clubs, they're willing to do business on the cheap for their best players. West Ham keen to avoid that, though, and we know that there's plenty of players there of interest. So what can you tell us, especially around these two?
I think we need to give West Ham plenty of credit for getting £85 million from Mateus Fernandes. A brilliant start to the transfer window for them in terms of recouping some money. Here are two players who are likely to be top of the agenda. Manchester United see Somerville as one of the top left-wing options. Crescencio Somerville did so well for West Ham last season, didn't quite do enough to keep them up, did well at the World Cup with the Netherlands, and United have held exploratory initial talks with West Ham around trying to sign him in this transfer window. His future is expected to be clarified over the course of the next few weeks after the Netherlands went out of the World Cup against Morocco earlier on this week. When it comes to Jarrod Bowen, the club captain, a slightly different stance from West Ham. They do not want to sell him in this transfer window, despite plenty of interest from Premier League clubs in this transfer window. No price tag has been given or quoted to clubs. He's got a contract up until 2030, which puts West Ham in a really, really strong position. And also he was featured on the launch of their new home kit ahead of the season they're going to have in the Championship this season. He'll be back for pre-season next week. West Ham don't want to let him go. So it seems like Bowen is not for sale. Somerville, it looks like there is interest across the Premier League. Manchester United, one of the clubs looking to sign him. At the same time for Manchester United, they got Marcus Rashford back at the club. Barcelona didn't take the option to buy him permanently. I don't think United would consider another loan spell for him. So if Rashford's reintegrated and plays a part this season, then will they sign a left winger? It feels like when it comes to United bringing in someone on the left-hand side, Rashford's future is absolutely key here.
Yeah, of course. And, obviously we've had the significant change in terms of Michael Carrick now being permanent head coach. I wonder if that might potentially change his fortunes. You mentioned Camavinga, Tchouameni. Well, as far as Real Madrid are concerned, Florentino Perez and Jose